Doomsvince, and this is day 5 of Spawn Year.
Today I was overjoyed. Before reading today's Spawn comic, Doomsvince sent popsicles. I hadn't eaten in 4 days. Apparently I don't need to eat here in this mysterious limbo graveyard somewhere between death and my own consciousness, but still, popsicles sounded pretty good. They tasted good too. I lost count of how many I had at 8. And then I read Spawn number 5. Now I don't think I'll ever eat another popsicle again. Or have any more children. I can't believe I have to put up with this for another 360 days. From issue 4 to 5, Spawn has suddenly gone from sometimes incomprehensible fantasy horror to much more coherent and better plotted supernatural crime drama. Sure, it's disturbing and sometimes feels like its primary goal is shock value, but the storytelling is pretty effective. Child molester and killer Billy Kincaid is let out of prison ridiculously early because his therapists have declared him rehabilitated. They're too scared to be around him anymore, in reality, and he's set free. You can tell from the intense, deranged focus in his eyes, he plans to add more victims to the list of 27 children he's already lured with his ice cream truck and mutilated. And that's just what he does. After we see him offering a little girl anything she wants from the back of his truck, he's in his house gluing her disembodied digits to poster board and calling it finger painting. Todd McFarlane, you are a sick, twisted man, and I hate myself for enjoying your comic book. Oh, and add finger painting to my list of things I'll probably never do again. Billy isn't given any background or made human in any way. He is pure, unadulterated evil. And I like that. It's an observation that in this universe, real evil exists, and perhaps is what precipitates so much of Hell's Demons' activity on Earth. I mean, Billy may have been more than a monster once, may have made a choice, maybe based on something horrible that happened to him to lead him on the road to becoming a monster, but now, that's all he is. We saw a hell beast ripping out and eating people's hearts before, and somehow this mortal man is worse. I loved Sam and Twitch more each issue. Though they're still archetypes of classic police detectives, they're the most likable and grounded characters so far. Sam, who usually plays everything, quote, by the book, goes against orders to do the right thing, knowing children will die if someone doesn't watch Billy Kincaid. By the way, I understand the point that the US judicial system can be manipulated to do anything, even set a child killer free, but it's hard to believe he would be allowed to drive an ice cream truck again after being convicted of torturing and mutilating 27 children. Anyway, McFarlane does a great job of making this personal for Spawn, who last issue discovered his wife has a child by her new husband, a child he couldn't give her when he was alive. So all he can see when he thinks of Kincaid is Cyan, who he would protect like she was his own. I'm also glad McFarlane didn't try to contrive some way for Kincaid to actually go after Cyan. That would have been a bit of a stretch. It's even more personal for Spawn because he was once hired by a senator whose daughter was murdered by Kincaid, but he was arrested before Al could get to him. So when Spawn gets to Kincaid before Sam and Twitch, violently murders him and chains him up in police headquarters with popsicle sticks gruesomely sticking out all over his body, 3 things came to my mind as I uncontrollably stared at this image for 5 straight minutes. The first was, I'm never eating popsicles ever again. The second was, as much as I shouldn't condone murder, yay. It's ironic, appropriate, and precisely what the bastard deserves. And the third thing I wondered was, can you really impale a guy with popsicle sticks? Wouldn't they snap before they broke through his skin? I know Spawn's powers are almost limitless, so I guess that makes stabbing people with popsicle sticks without them breaking a superpower. Doomsvince has supplied me with a special laptop, which only has encyclopedic entries about what I've read so far, and I found out that McFarlane's wife was so offended by the image of Kincaid strung up like that, she quit her job as editor of the book. I'm surprised that was what did her in, I would have thought finger painting would be enough. Well, I suppose that's enough ice cream torture for now. Who knows what new sadistic musings Todd McFarlane and Doomsvince have in store for me tomorrow. Can't wait. Signed, Captain Logan.